started, I'd like everybody to take out this handout, just kind of wave it at me so I know you see it here. It's the one that says skills pay the bills here, okay? At the top of this, I want you to write speaker name, Clay, okay, Clay, and maybe in parentheses you can put he's less intelligent than me. I took algebra 3 times, so this will help you, your self-esteem, okay? The topic is sales, how to put more money in your pocket. But what we're going to do here is we're going to start off with a little giveaway just to kind of get everybody awake this morning. A little trivia, okay? It's the first person to put their hand up, and for some reason, if I don't notice you and you don't win, I apologize, but there are no consolation prizes. So here we go. All right, first question. Who was Michael Jordan's first professional basketball coach? Better question. How many championships did Michael Jordan win before his second coach? Google it. Okay, here we go. Yes, you ma'am, right here in the front row. She guessed it's Doug Collins. Awesome, right here, right here. She didn't say it, but I think she was guessing it right there. Doug Collins. Awesome. There he is. Red Bull for you, ma'am. Red Bull for you. Doug Collins was Michael Jordan's first basketball coach, okay? Now, here's why I'm asking you this, because Michael Jordan made the comment, he said that even he needed a great coach. No championships, 35 points a game, and then he had a new coach, all right? So his second coach, who was Michael Jordan's second coach? Anybody know? You, sir? Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson. Boom. There we go, sir. Phil Jackson, Red Bull for you. Okay, now the final question is, how many championships did Phil Jackson win? Anybody? Final trivia question for 500 points and a Red Bull. 500 points. These are not redeemable for real things, just points. Okay.
You can guess.
11. Anybody else? 10. Yes, right, ma'am. 10 championships. 10 championships. All right. So Phil Jackson won 6 championships. All right. So let's give everybody a round of applause right there. All right. Okay. So see if you can kind of go catch where I'm going with this. All right. Phil Jackson won 10 championships. All right. 6 with Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan won no championships before Phil Jackson. All right. Michael Jordan says in his book that he needed a great coach or he couldn't win. Then Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal were playing, no championships, all right? Then they teamed up with Phil Jackson, 4 championships. So is it the triangle offense in Phil Jackson's system, or was it a bunch of great players? I don't know, but I'll tell you, great players can't win without a great system. So we're going to teach you today is a great system, all right? So this isn't my idea. It's just a series of ideas that work. I want everybody to be very in tune with that. So what we're going to do here is, can we open up our first slide there, sir? Can we open up slide number 1 here? What we're going to do today is I'd like everybody to go ahead and pull out, we have a sheet right here. It's called the self-evaluation sheet. It's on the self-evaluation form. I want everyone to take just a second here. And if you look down at the bottom left, I want you to write down, what do you want to learn today? What do you want to learn today in the context of your business? Okay? Because at the end of today's presentation, if for some reason I haven't answered all those questions, I want to make sure you ask me. So what do you want to learn today? Why are you here specifically? What do you want to learn today? What do you want to learn today? All right, write that down. Make sure you write that down. What do you want to learn today? And then the 2 questions above that, I'm going to ask these questions. I want you to fill them out. It says, if you improved your closing percentage by 5%, how much more money would you make on an annual basis? So of the prospects you meet with, if you just close 5% more, how much would that affect your annual income? If you could just write down that number. Maybe it's $6. Maybe it's $6,000. Maybe it's $60,000. If you want it by 5%. All right? Now, the second question is, if you improve your closing percentage by 50%, how much would you make? How much more would you make on an annual basis? If you increased your closing percentage by 50%, okay? Go ahead and click to the next slide here. I don't think we're within the realm here of the slide. If we can click to one more slide here. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay, so what happens if you can't sell? That's the question number 1 as you're taking notes on the first worksheet we passed out here. As you're taking notes, what happens if you can't sell? Anybody want to comment to me? What happens if you can't sell? Nothing. So here's what's awesome. When you start a business, the first thing you're supposed to do, I recommend you don't do this, but this is what they tell you in business school and college. I do not endorse college, but if you did go to college, they say, form an LLC, right? $250 out the window. Well, let me tell you, how much does the LLC do for you? What does it do for you if you don't have any customers? Right? So my whole thing is try to get a customer first, then get an LLC. All right? So if you can't sell, nothing else matters. So I want to make sure you write that down and you think about that. If you can't sell, nothing else matters. Now you go, well, I'm not a salesperson. That's not my style. That's not my thing. Well, Bill Gates found out that wasn't his thing. So he went ahead and teamed up with a partner, Paul Allen, and that's how they did it, okay? So if you're not a salesperson, you have to find someone that can, but you need to implement this system. This here's an example from my life. I used to drive a 1989 dent-resistant Ford Escort. You can see it right there. And I hand-painted that beast because I went to ORU and no one would book me to do weddings and parties for them. So I hand-painted this thing, so worst case scenario, it'd be the biggest eyesore on campus and people would at least call to tell me to move my car or something. So I painted that thing, and I determined that just getting the attention of the customer was big. I didn't get the right customers or the right calls sometimes, but I did get some bookings, all right? But if you can't sell, you end up driving a 1989 Superintendent Ford Escort, okay? So make sure that doesn't happen to you. Next slide, please. So today's goal, we're going to teach everybody to sell. We're going to teach everybody how to build a duplicatable. Everybody say duplicatable. One more time, say duplicatable. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you get sick and you're self-employed, then you're self-unemployed. So you have to have a system that's duplicatable, otherwise it's not worth it. Right? I mean, at a certain point, I'd rather go work for Arthur Greeno at Chick-fil-A if I don't have a duplicatable system. Because at least I know if I work for Greeno, I get health insurance and I go ahead and get some time off. But if you're self-employed, somebody tell me if you know what I'm talking about. If you're self-employed and you have to take a week off, you're self-unemployed, right? Someone wants to go on vacation, that's talking about no compensation. So you want to make sure that you have a duplicatable system that can work without you. Work without you, so you're not involved. So right now I'm here with you guys, but there are 45 men loading up for wedding receptions right now. 45 men loading up to do weddings. We have 72 weddings going on today. 72 of them, all happening today. Between cakes, photography, video, all that's happening right now. And then we're also making commercials for companies, and I'm not there. Okay? So it has to work without you. And you guys can all do it, because I took algebra 3 times, and I'm telling you, hopefully you guys are smart.
ManUp Entrepreneurship Boot Camps. Have you ever dreamed of starting your own business? Have you ever dreamed of taking your business to the next level? Have you ever wondered why some people are so much more successful than others? Are they smarter than you, or do they just know the secrets? Why do some people work all the time to produce very little income, while others work very little and make so much? Are some people just consistently lucky, or do they have a game plan to achieve their goals? Why do some websites come up higher in Google search results than others? Why can some companies sell and others cannot? How can some people make so much money in real estate amidst a recession that finds most people losing money? How do some people build a brand that the public will love? How do some people earn a huge income while still having the time freedom to enjoy the fruits of their efforts? How do some people stay motivated to not settle for mediocrity? The answers to all these questions and more is only one conference away. ManUp Entrepreneurship Boot Camps. ManUp. Come with a dream. Leave with a game plan. ManUp. Learn the specific action steps needed to make a big business possible. ManUp. Real entrepreneurs. Real success. Real game plans. ManUp. Featuring award-winning entrepreneurs sharing their secrets, tips, and game plans like never before. ManUp. The time will never be just right. You must act now. ManUp. Coming to a city near you. www.manupbootcamps.com. Click it to buy your ticket.